So in today's session, we are going to discuss about a parent and child table. So we'll discuss parent and child tables. So guys, we created a table called finance case table. Hmm? We created a table called finance case table. So we'll go to the table first. Okay. So let us now go to the tables. This is the table that we created. In this table, how many fields we created? 6 fields got automatically created. As you all know, collection field is also created, and remaining fields we created. So this is affected caller, assigned to caller, case name, category, change request, configuration item. These fields we created. So total, how many fields are there? 55 fields are there. Okay. So this is the table that we created. And from this is the form that we designed. Let me duplicate this one. This is the form that we designed. In the form, we used dictionary properties like mandatory, read-only, display, default value, calculated value, choice list specification, reference qualifiers, attributes, all these things. Finally, we have also created multiple views on the form. That is what we have done here in the finance case table. Okay. So ignore about finance case table. Okay. So in the finance case table, what am I doing is I'm making this table as tab is an extendable checkbox. You have to check checkbox. So I made this table as extendable. Okay, I made this table as extendable. Now ignore about finance case table. I am creating a new table here. I'm creating a new table. This is actually finance case task table. Finance case task table. As soon as I provide the label, name gets automatically populated. So this, in this field, I am actually calling face table. This table we already created. So you can select this one only if this table you can extend. That is the point that you have to remember. Remember, guys, before creating table only, you have to extend. Once the table is created, you can't extend the table. Before you the table only, you have to extend the table. Once the table is created, you can't extend the table. Okay. So we will discuss about this create module later. Okay. When we are creating a child table, system fields will not get created. Collection field will get created. System fields will not get created. 6 fields will get created, right? Created, created by, updated by, updates, system ID. These fields won't be created. Sorry, one field will be created, that is system ID. System ID field will be created. Rest of the system fields like created, created by, updated by, won't be created. Okay, except one system ID field, no system field will be created. So now I am creating a new table, guys. I am creating a new table. So now you can see here, Did we create any field on this particular finance case table? All the fields from the parent are coming automatically to the child table. Okay. You can see table here. Table is finance case table. This field belongs to finance case table. This field belongs to finance case table. This field belongs to finance case table. Okay. You can see every field is belongs to finance case table. Okay. Created field. Created field is from finance case table. Created by field is from finance case table. Finance case table. Updated field from finance case table. Updated by field is also from finance case table. Okay, updated by fields are actually from finance case table. Updates field also is coming from finance case table. You can see finance case table. You can see system ID. System ID field is actually one is from finance case table, one is from finance case task table. Only this field will be created in the child table. Except no other field will be created. So only only system ID field is created in the child table. All the fields are actually coming from finance case to finance case task. Okay, fine. Let me just scroll down. Let me just click on show form here. Okay, you can see every field you see here are they belong to finance case table. No field belongs to finance case task table. All the fields, we didn't create any field in the finance case task table. All the fields are actually coming from finance case table. Okay. So if you right click and go to the field configure dictionary, it will take you to the finance case table field. Okay. This belongs to finance case table. So we didn't create any field, guys. All the fields are actually coming from finance case table to finance case task table. Okay. Okay. So I want to change the numbering for this particular finance case task. Go to control tab. Okay. Auto number. Finance case task. Numbering I am changing. You can see fin task. For this one, it will show fin case. This one. Okay. So we created another table. In that table, we extended a finance case table. I'm going to create a new table again. Likewise, you can create as many tables as you can. You can extend that finance case table is extendable. So I'm going to create another table. Finance case log table. Name before you create a table only, you have to extend the table. You have a table. Check this checkbox. You can just create the table. Fields will get automatically coming to the child table. Okay, except system ID field, rest all the fields will be are coming from finance case table. If you see here, except system ID, except this particular system ID field, rest of all the fields are actually coming from finance case table. Let me just change the numbering for this particular table. Okay. I am going to create another table here again. Third table, third child table. Go to the tables. Finance case map table. So here also I am extending finance case. Okay. Except one field, rest of the fields will come from finance case table. System ID, except system ID. Okay, I'll show you. Except this particular field, rest of all the fields are actually coming from finance case table. Guys, in every table, in every child table, if you want to create a new fields, you can create new fields. That is not a barrier. If you want to create any new fields in the child tables, you can create new fields in the child tables. Okay. You can create new fields on the child tables as well. Doesn't matter. So finally, we created three child tables. One finance case table that is extendable, and we created three child tables using finance case table. Okay. We'll see here one by one. Just click on show form. This is finance case log task map. Let me just click on show form here. This is finance case form, finance case task form, finance case map form, finance case log form. Okay, finance case task, finance case log, finance case map. This is a parent table form. This is child table forms. Okay, so you don't see any difference here. Finance case. Let me do one thing. Let me do one thing. I am creating 678. I'm creating one finance case record. Okay, I am creating one finance case task record. I'm creating one finance case task record. I'm creating one finance case log record. I'm creating one finance case map record. All these records will appear under parent table. Let me just go to the finance case table. Just click on show list here. Okay. So finance case records will appear here. Finance case task records, logs records. Every records will appear under finance case table. Understand? Finance case is a parent table, right? You can see finance case task is appearing under finance case table. Finance case log is appearing under finance case table. Finance case map. Where is this map field? Did we create any record? We didn't change the. Okay, we'll check for this particular. This is actually from map table. Okay. So finance case tasks are appearing under finance cases. Finance case logs are appearing under finance cases. Finance case maps are appearing under finance cases. Because all these are child tables. So parent table data, child tables data, all table data will appear under finance cases, guys. Okay. When we create the child table, an extra field will be created in the parent table that is called class field. We'll go to the finance case table. We'll go to the finance case table. In the finance case table, there will be another system field that gets created that is actually class table. Sorry, class field. Field. Field will get automatically created, guys. Whenever you extend this table in another table, this field will be created in the parent table. You can see table is finance class field. Okay. Whenever you extend the finance case table in the finance case task table, immediately class field will be created. Scroll down, click on show list here. You can just use this filter option as is u underscore finance underscore case underscore task. Using class name, you can filter out. Using class name, you can filter out. So finance case log. Finance case log records. Finance case log table. From the parent, you are retrieving finance case log records using class name, class field. This is class field is important. Using class, we will identify, we'll differentiate it. Okay. Finance case map. Likewise, we'll differentiate. Hmm? So no, I don't want to go to the parent table and filter only finance cases. Directly, I can go to the child table. I can retrieve it. You're getting my point? So what I do, I'll go to the tables. I'll go to the finance. I'll go to the any child table. Okay. Scroll down. Can't show list. Only this particular table records only will appear. One record is appearing. This particular table records only are appearing. You go back again. You open this particular map table. Can't show list here. Only this particular table record is only appearing. You are getting my point? So if you create a parent table, the finance case is a parent table. You created 3 child tables. Whenever you create a record in the child table, automatically that is appearing under parent finance case table. If you want to segregate it, you have to use class name. Okay. If you want to directly access child table field records, means you can directly go to the child table and click on show list. You got my point? Clear, right? Okay. So hope you guys are clear till here. Okay. Likewise, like this finance case table, there is very important table in ServiceNow that is actually task table. Very, very, very important table. Without that table, there is no ITSM, there is no ServiceNow. Without that task table, task is the parent table. Getting my point? If somebody asks you an interview question, give me some of the parent table names means, give me some of the task table, you must mention it. If you mention without mentioning task table, if you mention finance case table, you have to give explanation. Finance case is our custom table which we created, and we are extending that table in another table, something like that you have to explain. If you directly tell them task table, okay, this guy is uh, pretty much clear in ServiceNow core areas. Okay, now let me just go to the tables. So you can see here, extends table. These three tables are extending finance case table. Okay, likewise, I am just opening task table. So you can see these many tables there are 47 tables which are extending task table. So that means task table has 47 child tables. Task table has 47 child tables. Out of them, incident is actually one of the child table. Problem is one of the child table. Change request is one of the table. Hmm? Yeah, out of the box. Service now provided that table is task table. Which one? Incident is a child table from the task. Problem is a child table from the task. Okay, let me open the incident table so that you will be able to understand. So, incident table. So is incident table extending task table or not? Hmm? Let me open problem table. Problem table is also extending task table, right? Change request table is also extending task table, right? Okay. Knowledge is not extending task table. Knowledge has another parent table. Incident task table is extending task table. Problem task table is extending task table. Okay. So you told knowledge table, right? Knowledge table is extending which table we'll see. Knowledge table is not extending any table. Okay. So task is actually one of the parent table. Okay. So we have opened incident table. Incident table is extending task table. So in the incident table, some fields like Aadhaar card number is actually field actually coming from incident table. So these active field, activity due date, actual end, actual start, all these fields are actually coming from task table. Getting my point? Some of the fields are created in the incident table. Most of the fields are actually coming from task table. So matching. So how many fields are coming from task table? We will see here. 71 fields are coming from task table. 71 fields are coming from task table. Similarly, we'll open the problem table. So in the problem table, you can see all the fields are actually coming from task table. There are some fields which are coming from hmm, problem table. Okay, right. So we'll go to the task table first. We'll go to the task table. This is the task table. In this table, there are 71 fields. All the 71 fields are actually coming to child table. So if you just click on show list on the task table, you just click on show list on the task table, all the incidents, change request, problems, incident tasks, problem tasks, change tasks, service requests, everything will appear under task table. You can see if you just type INC here, all the incidents are appearing under task table. All the problems under appearing under task table. All the change requests are appearing under task table. Because these are child tables, right? This table data is appearing under tasks. Guys, remember, task is nothing but a piece of work. You all know. Task is nothing but piece of work. In the organization, there will be different type of works. Incident is kind of work. Problem is kind of work. Change request is kind of work. Incident task is kind of work. All works, all different tasks comes under task. You getting my point? All different tasks comes under task table. Incidents are coming under tasks or not? Okay. Management will come to this task table directly and they will check the report. How many tasks are completed in this month? It can be incidents, problems, changes, or whatever. How many tasks are completed? For them, it is easy to track the report from here. Okay. Understand, right? So if you want to filter out only incident field, if you want to only filter out incidents from the tasks, so here they relabeled it. In place of class, they have labeled it as task type. They have changed the label. If you go back to the task table, instead of class label, they changed it to task type. I'll show you that. Okay, what did I do? Just a moment, guys. And see class name, field name is task type. Relabeled it. They changed the field name. In place of class, they changed it to type. You can see in place of this one, there used to be class here. In place of class, they have changed the label, task type. So what you can do is you can just click on show list here. So here in the task table, there is no class label, right? You have to use task type here. So task type is incident. It will actually filter the incident data. Okay. Or else you can directly go to the incident table. You can just click on incident list. Getting my point? Okay. You guys are clear till here, right? Okay, there is another base table called CMDB underscore CA table. CMDB underscore CA configuration item table. There is a sorry. There is another table called CMDB underscore CA table. You can see configuration item table is extended in 102 tables. Task table and CMDB underscore CA tables are base tables. In the interview questions, they will be asking, give me some of the base table names. Means you can give you can give task, you can give CMDB underscore CA configuration item. Okay. So these all are child tables for configuration item table. Clear, right? Now let us go back to our finance cases again. This is finance case form, finance case task form, finance case log form, finance case map form. I am just opening the finance case table now here. Finance is the parent, right? Base, right? The takeaway point here is when we are extending a table, all the fields from the finance case table are automatically coming to child table. Now you need to understand here is that along with the fields, field has properties, right? Mandatory, read only, display, default value, calculated value, the reference qualifiers, attributes. These dictionary properties also will come to the child tables. If you see here, the field is mandatory in the finance case, it is mandatory in the finance case task, it is mandatory in the finance case log, it is mandatory in the finance case map as well. And here default value is populated in the finance case color. Default value is populated here in the finance case task color, finance case log color, finance case map color. Okay. And attributes are also extended to child. All the dictionary properties also will be extended to along with the fields. If the field is extended means field properties also will be extended, right? That is very important point that you have to remember. Okay. My point here is that hmm, my point here is that the color field should be mandatory only on the finance case form. In the finance case task form, finance case log form, finance case map form, color field should not be mandatory. So what you will do, you will go to the table and you will open the color field from the parent. You will make it non-mandatory here. If you make it non-mandatory, it will become non-mandatory in every table form. I made it non-mandatory. Okay. I made it non-mandatory. So here it will become non-mandatory here in the finance case form. Finance case task form, it will become non-mandatory. Finance case log form, it will become non-mandatory. Finance case map form as well, it will become non-mandatory. If you make it mandatory, it will become mandatory on all the forms. Then that is where dictionary overrides concept will come into picture. Dictionary overrides concept, which is very important concept. If a field is extended from parent to child table, along with the field properties also will be inherited. To override that field properties in the child tables, we will use dictionary overrides. Okay. So here you are on the caller field. Scroll down, dictionary override. Okay. Click on new here. Finance. So here it should be non-mandatory on the finance case log. So override, these are dictionary properties. Override reference qualifier, override dependent, override attributes, override default value, override calculation, override mandatory, override read only, override display value. So these all are the dictionary properties that you can override. I am overriding. So I am making, so here when I check this checkbox, mandatory field is appearing. So you have to leave it as it is. Leaving it as it is means mandatory false. Checking means mandatory true. Leaving it as it is, leaving it as it is means false. So in the finance case, you can see these all are the child tables. In the finance case log table, in the finance case task table, I am making field non-mandatory. Okay. Okay. Go back. You have created one dictionary override on the finance case task table. Scroll down. On the finance case task table, you have dictionary override mandatory, override mandatory false. I have to create for another child tables as well. Finance case log table, override mandatory false. Finance case map table, override mandatory false. Okay. Now, in all the child tables, you are making field non-mandatory. Here you make it mandatory now. So that it will become mandatory only on the finance case form, it will become non-mandatory on the child table forms. Okay. Let me just refresh this one. So caller field will be mandatory here. It is a mandatory one. If you refresh this one, it will be a non-mandatory one here. It is not getting mandatory here. If you refresh this one, it is not mandatory here. If you refresh this one, it is not a mandatory one here. Okay. So default value is getting populated in the caller field. System administrator. So whenever I open the form in the caller field, current logged in username is getting populated by default. So those default values should not be populated. Okay. So the default values, these default values should not be populated in the finance case form. In the finance case form, default value should not be populated. In the finance case task form, default value should not be populated. In the finance case log form, default value should not be populated. In the finance case map form, default value should be populated. Okay. So then what you will do, you will go to the color field. So you will just remove the default value here. You will remove the default value so that in every form default value will not be populated. So what is our requirement? Only in the finance case map form, the default value should be populated. Scroll down and create a finance case map already is there, right? You open the dictionary override. So this time we have to override a default value. Scroll down, override default value. So I'm writing JAVASCRIPT : Okay, JavaScript colon gs dot get user ID. So this gs dot get user ID is actually used to populate the current logged in user system ID. You will understand slowly. gs dot get user ID is used to get the current logged in user system ID. Just update this one. Okay. So if you refresh this form, so this is an already created record, right? In the caller field, current logged in username is not populated. The caller field, current logged in username is not populated here. Here in the caller field, current logged in user name should not be populated here. So here should be populated. So current logged in user name should be populated here. So current logged in username is populated. So I have override the default value now. Overridden default value. If you take a look at the configuration items, okay, in the configuration item, we have kept a reference qualifier. Do you remember? Hmm? We have kept a reference qualifier. Let us say I'm selecting able tutor here. If I select able tutor, if I select able tutor here, able tutor related configuration site items only will appear. So that is the reference qualifier that we kept in the configuration item field. That reference qualifier should work only on the finance case map form. That reference qualifier should work only on the finance case map form. Then what I will do, I'll go to the configuration item field. Okay. First of all, you have to go to the reference specification. You have to remove this. You have to remove this reference qualifier here. Okay. You have to remove this reference qualifier. So that reference qualifier removed will be removed from every form. It should be applied only on the finance case map, right? Go to the dictionary overrides here. This is on the configuration item field. I'm creating a new dictionary override. So the previous one is on caller field. So now it is on the finance configuration item field on the finance case map form override reference qualifier. So that the reference qualifier will work only on the map form. So let me just refresh this one here. I'm selecting will tutor here. Okay. So you can see it is showing all the configuration items. There is no reference qualifier. Okay. Just go and refresh this one. Able tutor here. If I just click on this one, no reference qualifier. Every configuration item is appearing here. If I go here and refresh this one, able tutor, and click on the configuration item, no reference qualifier is working here. If you just refresh this one, if I select able tutor here, if I click on this one, reference qualifier should work here. Getting my point? Okay. So similarly, I want a contact type field should be read only only on the finance case form. For rest of the forms, contact type field should be editable. Contact type field. Go to the finance case table, open the contact type field. It should be read only on the finance case table. So then you must check this checkbox. Read only checkbox. Okay. If you check this checkbox and save this one so that it will be read only on every form. We have to override on the child tables. Scroll down. Override read only. Read only false. Hmm? Override read only false. You see, I'm clicking on submit button. Did you notice that? Why am I clicking? It has to save and it has to redirect to the previous URL. I'm just clicking on submit. It will create the record. It will redirect to the previous URL. Okay. It will save my time. Okay. So that what happens? Contact type field will become read only on the finance case table. It is read only here. It won't be read only on the finance case task form, finance case log form. Okay. Finance case map form. Guys, remember when client has given you a requirement to make a field mandatory. So what we will do, it is a simple task. We'll directly go and make a field mandatory. If you directly go and make a field mandatory, what happens? If that is a parent table, it will become mandatory on all the child tables. Then client will tell you, did I tell you to make that field mandatory in the rest of the tables? I told you to make the field mandatory on this particular table only, right? Why did you make the mandatory field mandatory on all the child tables? Then that will go to your team leader. Your team will ask you, did you really work on service now? Something like that he will ask you. So when you are making a field mandatory, we should be very careful. If that field is coming from the parent table or not, we have to cross check. If the field is coming from the parent table, we have to use dictionary overrides concept. In the task table, there are 71 fields. Those 71 fields are extended in 47 tables. If you make a configuration item field mandatory on the task table, there's a field configuration item field on the task table. If you make that field mandatory, that field will become mandatory on 47 tables. Okay. Instead, what you can do, you can use dictionary overrides on whichever the table you want to make that field mandatory. You can choose that table in the dictionary overrides and use dictionary overrides. Now we'll go to the, now we'll get back to task table again. Okay. I am just opening the problem table, guys. Okay. Duplicate this one. Click on show form here. So my client has asked me, make a configuration item field mandatory on the problem form. So then what I will do, I'll directly go here, go to the configure dictionary. I'll check this checkbox and save this one. It will become mandatory on all 48, 47 tables. So before you make it mandatory, this field is actually coming from problem table, parent table. You have to check here. Task is a parent table. Then what should we do? As it is coming from parent table, if you make it mandatory, it will become mandatory on all the child tables, right? That is where you scroll down and you can use dictionary overrides. Create a dictionary override. The dictionary override already for problem table here. Open this one. Override mandatory. Override mandatory and check this checkbox. It will become mandatory only on the problem configuration item. Getting my point? So we should be very careful when we are dealing with the dictionary properties. Okay, we should be very careful when we are dealing with the dictionary properties. Okay, whenever you make a field mandatory on the parent table field, it will become mandatory on all the child tables. Whenever you make a parent table field read only, it will become read only on all the child tables. I've seen many people when I'm working in my projects. So some people come as a freshers, right? They'll blindly make it mandatory. You understand? So that I will understand. Okay, this guy is still learning and all. See, we can easily understand, guys, who is pro and who is in learning phase and all. Okay, the way they speak, the way they work and all, the work works, the work speaks. By the way you are giving the name to the script, you can understand. See, professionals use descriptive names. New joinees and freshers will give some random names or one or two lines, one or two words names. They don't follow naming conventions. So we can easily identify. Okay. So that is how dictionary properties will work, guys. Sorry, dictionary overrides concept will work.